Stand up right now. Stand up, because this moment, this exact heartbeat, marks the second your life transforms. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about next week. I'm talking about right here, right now, in this room, in this chair, in this exact moment. Look at your hands. These hands hold more power than you've ever realized. Inside your mind, right this second, sits every tool you need to remake your world. Not because I say so, but because it's the truth that's always been there, waiting for you to grab it. You know that voice inside your head? The one that's been playing those same old tapes, those same tired stories about what you can't do, what you'll never become. That voice stops today. Not gradually, not slowly. It stops right now because you say so. You've carried these mental chains long enough. Some were given to you. Some you picked up along the way. Some you created yourself. But chains are chains, whether they're made of steel or made of thoughts. And here's the thing about mental chains. They unlock the moment you decide they do. Your mind isn't just part of who you are. It's your greatest tool. Think about that. The same mind that can hold you back and set you free, the same brain that remembers every failure can map out every success. The same thoughts that drag you down can lift you higher than you've ever been. Right now, someone else is using their mind to build empires. Right now, someone else is using their thoughts to heal their body. Right now, someone else is using their brain to change their world. Why not you? What makes them different? Nothing. Absolutely nothing except one simple choice. The choice you're making right now. Stop for a moment. Feel your breathing. Each breath you take right now is bringing in new energy, new power, new possibilities. Your lungs don't care about your past. They don't care about your doubts. They just keep working. Keep bringing in life. Keep giving you another chance with every single breath. This isn't about positive thinking. This isn't about wishful dreams. This is about taking control of the most powerful tool ever created, your mind. Scientists know the brain can create new pathways until the day you die. Your mind can change at any age, anytime, any moment. That moment is now. You're not here by accident. You're not reading these words by chance. Something inside you knows it's time. Something inside you is ready. Something inside you has been waiting for this exact moment to break free. The power isn't coming. The power isn't on its way. The power isn't something you need to find. The power is already here. It's in your mind. It's in your thoughts. It's in your decisions. And starting right now, right this second, that power belongs to you. Every single day, about 60,000 thoughts run through your mind. That's not a made-up number. That's science. But here's the shocking part. For most people, 80 of those thoughts are negative. Think about that. Out of 60,000 thoughts, 48,000 are pulling you down instead of lifting you up. These negative thoughts aren't just ideas floating in your head. They're like poison dripping into your life one drop at a time. Every time you think I can't, every time you think I'm not good enough, every time you think it's too hard, you're drinking that poison. And the worst part? You've been doing it for so long, you don't even taste it anymore. Let me show you how this works in real life. You wake up in the morning, the alarm rings. Your first thought, I'm too tired. Second thought, I hate Mondays. Third thought, I'll never get everything done today. Before you've even gotten out of bed, you've already programmed your brain for failure. You've already told your mind what kind of day it's going to be. These thoughts become habits. Just like biting your nails or checking your phone, negative thinking becomes automatic. You don't choose it anymore. It chooses you. You see a new opportunity. Your brain jumps to all the ways it could go wrong. You have a great idea? Your mind rushes to tell you why it won't work. Someone gives you a compliment. Your thoughts quickly dismiss it. The cost? It's bigger than you think. Negative thoughts release stress chemicals in your body. Your blood pressure goes up. Your immune system goes down. Your energy drops. Your focus scatters. Your sleep suffers. Your relationships strain. Your work suffers. All because of thoughts, invisible, silent thoughts that you've allowed to run wild in your mind. Money problems? Look at your thoughts about money. Relationship problems. Look at your thoughts about relationships. Health problems. Look at your thoughts about health. Your outer world is a perfect reflection of your inner thoughts. Not sometimes, not usually, always. Here's a truth that might shock you. Your negative thoughts are lying to you, every single one of them. I'm too old. Lie, it's too late. Lie, I don't have what it takes, lie. These aren't facts. They're stories. Stories you've told yourself so many times that you've forgotten. They're just stories. Want proof? Look around this room. Every person here has believed negative thoughts that turned out to be completely wrong. You thought you couldn't do something, but you did it. You thought you'd never survive something, but you did. You thought you couldn't handle something, but you handled it. Your negative thoughts have predicted thousands of disasters that never happened. They've warned you about millions of failures that never came true. They've told you countless times that you couldn't do something that you ended up doing anyway. These thoughts don't protect you. They paralyze you. But here's the good news. And yes, there is good news. These thoughts might be strong, but they're not stronger than you. They might be old, but they're not permanent. They might be loud, but they don't have to be listened to. Every negative thought is just that, a thought. Not a fact, not a reality. And any thought can be changed. Right now, inside your mind sits a power that most people never use. It's not hidden. It's not locked away. It's not something you need to buy or learn or find. It's already there waiting for you to grab it. It's your ability to choose your next thought, not your past thoughts, not the thoughts that will come tomorrow. Your next thought. Right now, that's it. That's the secret that changes everything. Stop for a second. Notice what you're thinking right now. Maybe you're thinking this won't work for me. Maybe you're thinking I've tried this before. Maybe you're thinking my problems are different. Whatever that thought is, it should change it right now. Choose a different thought. Any different thought. Did you feel that? That moment of choice. That's your power. That's your strength. That's the muscle that will change your life. Just like a physical muscle, your mental strength grows every time you use it. Every time you catch a negative thought and change it, you get stronger. Every time you choose a better thought, your power grows. Think of it like changing channels on TV. Your negative thoughts are just one channel, a bad channel showing nothing but reruns of your worst moments, your biggest fears, your darkest doubts. But you've got the remote. You can change the channel. You can choose what plays on your mental screen. But my negative thoughts are so strong. Yes, they are. Because you've been practicing them, you've been rehearsing them, you've been giving them your time, your energy, your belief. Starting today, that changes. Starting today, you practice something new. Start small. Don't try to change every thought at once. Pick one negative thought, just one that you want to change. Maybe it's I'm always late. Maybe it's I never finish what I start. Maybe it's nobody listens to me. Pick that thought and decide right now. That thought doesn't get to live in your head anymore. Replace it with something true. Not fancy, not complicated, just true. I'm always late becomes I can choose to start earlier. I never finish what I start becomes I can finish one small thing today. Nobody listens to me becomes I can learn to speak up clearly. Small wins create big changes. Every time you catch that negative thought and change it, you win. Every time you choose a better thought, you win. Every time you refuse to believe the old lies, you win. These small wins add up. They build momentum. They create change. Your mind will fight back. Count on it. Those old thoughts will try to come back. They'll sneak in when you're tired. They'll show up when you're stressed. They'll pop up when things go wrong. That's okay. That's normal. That's part of the process. Remember, you're building strength. You're building strength. You're creating new habits. You're making new choices. Think of yourself as a gardener. Your mind is your garden. Negative thoughts are weeds. You don't get mad at weeds. You just pull them out over and over. Every time you see one, pull it out. Plant something better in its place. That's all this is. No drama, no struggle. Just steady, patient. Your power isn't in never having negative thoughts. Your power is in what you do with them when they show up. Your power is in knowing that you can choose different thoughts. Your power is in remembering that you're stronger than any thought that tries to bring you down. This is your mind. These are your thoughts. This is your power. This is your power. No one can take it from you. No one can use it but you. It's yours right now, ready to be used. Let's turn everything we've talked about into real, solid action. No more theory. No more waiting. Here are the exact steps you'll take to kill negative thinking and build a stronger mind. As a pawning shield. Your first hour shapes your entire day. Most people do it backwards. They grab their phone, check bad news, scroll through problems, and flood their minds with negativity before their feet even hit the floor. And not you. Not anymore. Before you touch your phone, before you check any messages, before you do anything else, just sit up in bed and say these words out loud. I choose my thoughts today. Simple words. Powerful meaning. You're taking control from the first moment. Then spend 5 minutes, just 5 penning your thoughts. Not your tasks, your thoughts. Pick 3 good thoughts you want to focus on today. Write them down. Simple thoughts like I find solutions, or I get stronger every day, or I finish what I start. These are your weapons against negative thinking. Thought replacement. You need specific tools to fight specific thoughts. So take out a piece of paper right now. Draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write down the top 5 negative thoughts that keep showing up in your mind. The ones that hurt you the most. The ones that hold you back. Now on the right side, write a replacement thought for each one. Not a wish, not a fantasy. A real, believable thought that you can actually use. If your negative thought is I'm too old to start, your replacement thought is I can start where I am. If your thought is I'll never get out of debt, your replacement thought is I can make better money choices today. Carry this paper with you. Every time one of those negative thoughts shows up, pull out your paper. Read your replacement thought out loud. Even if you don't believe it at first, read it. Say it. Use it. This isn't magic. It's mental training. Step 3, the 2-minute reset. When negative thoughts hit hard, you need a fast way to reset your mind. Here's your 2-minute tool. Stop whatever you're doing. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. And ask yourself these questions. Is this thought helping me or hurting me? What's one good thing I can focus on right now? What's one small action I can take right now? 2 minutes. That's all it takes to break the cycle of negative thinking and point your mind in a better direction. Simple. Environment control. Your mind is affected by everything around you. Everything you see, hear, and experience feeds your thoughts. Time to clean house. Look at your phone first. What apps make you feel bad? Delete them. What people fill your social media with negativity? Unfollow them. What morning alerts start your day with stress? Turn them off. Look at your physical space. Put positive reminders where you can see them, your replacement thoughts. Write them on sticky notes. Put them on your mirror, your desk, your car dashboard. Make it impossible to go through your day without seeing something that pushes your mind in the right direction. The Power Hour. Set aside 1 hour each week. Just one FARE. Or mental strength training. Pick a quiet time, Sunday morning, Wednesday evening, whatever works. During this hour, you'll review your thoughts from the past week. Which negative thoughts came up most often? Which new thoughts worked best? What situations triggered negative thinking? This is your strategy session. Your mental workout. Write everything down. Keep a thought journal. This isn't Dear Diary stuff. This is your training manual. Every week you'll see patterns, you'll spot triggers, you'll find what works and what doesn't. Knowledge is power. And this knowledge will make you mentally stronger. Step 6, victory lists. Start keeping track of your wins. Every night before bed, write down 3 times you beat negative thinking that day, 3 times you caught yourself and changed your thoughts, 3 times you chose something better. Small wins count? They all count. These victory lists serve 2 purposes. First, they prove you can do this. Second, they show you what works. Over time, you'll build a personal toolbox of strategies that work specifically for you. Support system building. You need people who support your mental strengths. Not people who say, oh, just be positive or don't think about it. You need real support. Find one person, just one to start, who understands what you're doing. Share your goals with them. Share your struggles. Share your victories. Can't find someone? Start with me. Yes, me. Right now, I believe you can do this. I know you can do this. I've seen countless people transform their minds using these exact steps. You're next. Let's take these tools and put them to work in your real life, right where you need the most. No theory, no maybes, real situations, real solutions. At work, Monday morning, you walk into work, first thing you see is a mountain of tasks on your desk. Old you would think, I'll never get through this. It's too much. That thought creates stress. Stress kills focus. Poor focus means less gets done. See the cycle? I handle one task at a time. Simple thought, true thought. Powerful thought. You pick one task, you finish it, you feel momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence creates results. Your boss calls a meeting. Old, you would think. I'm going to say something stupid. They'll see I don't belong here. That thought creates anxiety. Anxiety kills performance. Poor performance confirms the negative. I bring value to this team. Before the meeting, you review your placement thoughts. You prepared these. You practice these. You speak up once. Clear voice, clear mind. You make one solid point. Small win. But wins build on wins. Money matters. Look at your bills. Old, you would think. I'll always be broke. I'll never get ahead. That thought leads to hopelessness. Hopelessness leads to poor choices. Poor choices keep you stuck. I can make better money choices today. You pick one bill. You make one call. You negotiate one rate. You find one way to save, one step, one choice, one victory. I'm terrible at money. I'll never fix this. New you. I'm learning to take control of my spending. You track one day of spending. You find one unnecessary expense. You make one change. Small steps. Real progress. Family life. I acting up. Old you would think. I'm a terrible parent. I can't handle this. That thought creates guilt. Guilt creates reaction. Reaction makes things worse. He catches that thought. Replaces it. I'm learning and growing as a parent. You take your 2-minute reset. 3 deep breaths. You handle one behavior. You stay calm. You make one good parenting choice. Your kids notice. You notice? It's going to be a disaster. Same old arguments. That thought creates tension before you even arrive. New you thinks. I choose how I respond today. You prepare your mental shield. You plan your responses. You set your boundaries. You stay in control of your thoughts, your reactions, your experience. Health goals. Old you sees the number and thinks. It's hopeless. Why even try? That thought leads to giving up. Giving up leads to giving in. The cycle continues. My choices today matter. You make one healthy food choice. You take one walk, you drink one more glass of water, one choice at a time, one day at a time. Progress isn't perfect. Progress is progress. Oh, you're looking at me, I don't belong here. New you, I'm here, I'm moving, I'm stronger today. You do one set, you add one rep, you show up one more time. Each small win builds your mental muscle along with your physical ones. Relationships. Old doesn't text back. Old you spirals. They hate me. I'm not good enough. I'm always alone. Those thoughts create neediness. Neediness pushes people away. The fear becomes real. Their response is about them. My worst stays the same. You focus on your own path. You make one plan. You take one action. You build one piece of your own life. Strength attracts strength. Old, everything's falling apart. It's all my fault. New you. Seize one moment. I can handle this moment. You use your 2-minute reset. You choose one calm response. You find one solution. One step forward. Career goals. I'm stuck here forever. Who would hire me? Those thoughts keep you paralyzed. Paralysis keeps you stuck. The cycle continues. I can take one step toward change today. You update one part of your resume. You make one new contact. You learn one new skill. Small moves. Big impact. I'll fail. I always fail. New you have ways to succeed. You break down the challenge, you find one solution, you take one action step by step, win by win. These aren't just examples. These are blueprints. Your life will bring its own situations. Your mind will try its own negative thoughts. But now you have tools. Now you have strategies. Now you have power. Let me tell you exactly what's going to happen over the next 30 days as you kill these negative thoughts. Not what might happen. Not what could happen. What will happen? The first week, day 1 hits hard. Your mind fights back. Those negative thoughts you've been feeding for years, they get hungry, they get loud, they demand attention. Normal, expected, part of the process. You'll catch maybe one negative thought out of 20. That's fine. That's where everyone starts. You'll forget your morning shield some days. You'll miss some replacement opportunities. Your old thoughts will slip in. Normal, expected, part of the process. But you'll have moments, briefly, shining moments, where you catch a negative thought before it takes over. You'll replace it. You'll feel different. you'll see proof that this works. Hold on to these moments. They're gold. The second week, your awareness shoots up. Suddenly, you're catching negative thoughts everywhere. Might feel overwhelming. Might feel like they're getting worse. They're not. You're just finally seeing them. It's like turning on a light in a dusty room. You don't have more dust. You can just see it now. You'll start noticing patterns, morning thoughts, traffic thoughts, work thoughts, people thoughts, money thoughts. Each negative thought has its favorite time, its favorite trigger. Knowledge is power. These patterns are your map to change. Your replacement thoughts start feeling more natural. Not all of them, not every time, but sometimes the new thought slides right in where the old one used to live. Another piece of proof, another small victory. The third week, the battles get shorter. Before, a negative thought could ruin your whole day. Now you catch it, you change it, you move on. Your recovery time shrinks from hours to minutes. Progress. Your victory list grows longer. Your thought journal shows more wins than losses. People start noticing something different about you. They can't put their finger on it, but they feel it. You carry yourself differently. You respond differently. You think differently. The old thoughts still come, but now they feel like old clothes that don't fit anymore. They don't feel like you anymore. This is transformation happening in real time. The fourth week, you start catching negative thoughts before they fully form. You feel them coming. You have your replacement ready. Your mental reflexes are getting stronger. Your thought control is becoming automatic. You'll have a day where everything goes wrong, but your thoughts stay strong. That's mastery. You'll face an old trigger, but create a new response. That's power. You'll help someone else catch their negative thoughts. That's leadership. But here's what really happens in week 4. You realize this isn't about forcing positive thoughts. It's about choosing useful thoughts, true thoughts, thoughts that build instead of destroy, thoughts that move you forward instead of holding you back. Let's be real. You'll have setbacks. Days when the old thoughts feel too strong. Days when you forget everything you've learned. Days when you slide backward. Normal. Expected. Part of the process. Setbacks aren't failures. They're feedback. Each setback shows you where you need to strengthen your mental muscles. Each backward slide shows you what triggers still have power. This information is valuable. Use it. The key to handling setbacks, don't give them meaning. Don't make them into stories. I slip back into negative thinking is a moment I'll never change as a story. Choose the moment. Reject the story. Building momentum. Every time you catch a negative thought, you build momentum. Every time you choose a better thought, you build momentum. Every time you help yourself or someone else break free from mental chains, you build momentum. This momentum carries you through tough days. It carries you over obstacles. It carries you forward when motivation fades. Momentum is your friend. Build it with small wins. Feed it with consistent actions. Trust it to carry you forward. You've built your mental strength. You've changed your thought patterns. Now it's time to live in this new reality you've created, not just survive. Every morning you wake up with power, not because someone gave it to you, not because you read about it, because you built it. Your morning shield isn't a task anymore. It's who you are. Your thought choices aren't a struggle anymore. They're your natural response. Watch how you handle problems now. A setback hits. Instead of spiral thinking, you go straight to solutions. Instead of why me, you think what's next. Instead of drowning in negative thoughts, you swim in possibilities. This isn't positive thinking. This is power thinking. Your mind works for you now, not against you. Those old thoughts, they're like old radio stations that don't tune in anymore. They might crackle through sometimes, but they don't run the show. You run the show. Your victory list keeps growing, not because you're lucky, because you're strong. Each day adds new proof of your power. Each win builds on the last one. Small wins, big wins, they all count, they all matter. They all build your new reality. You spot negative thoughts in others now, not to judge them, to help them. You hear the fear behind their words. You see the pain in their thinking. You know how to help because you've walked this path. You've done this work. You've made this change. Your energy stays high. Know why? You're not fighting yourself anymore. All that energy you used to spend on negative thinking, it's yours now. Use it. Build with it. Create with it. This is your power source. People feel different around you now. They can't always explain it, but they feel it. You're not trying to be positive. You're not putting on a show. You're just living in your power. That power touches everyone around you. Your family notices first. Your smile comes easier. Your patience lasts longer. Your strength lifts them up. Children copy what they see. And they see someone who chooses their thoughts, who handles problems with calm power, who builds instead of breaks. At work, you become the calm in the storm. While others panic, you think clearly. While others complain, you create solutions. While others see problems, you see paths forward. Leadership isn't a title. It's an energy. You carry that energy now? Here's the real power of your new reality. You can see further now. Past the old limits, past the old fears, past the old stories. Your future isn't controlled by negative thoughts anymore. It's created by your choices. Goals that seemed impossible. They're just challenges now. Dreams you used to dismiss. They're just plans now. That voice that used to say you can't. It's been replaced by a stronger voice that says, watch. Every day you stretch your vision a little further. Every win shows you more possibilities. Every solved problem proves your power. Your future isn't something that happens to you anymore. It's something you create one thought at a time. This new reality needs maintenance. Not because it's fragile, because it's valuable. Because it's valuable just like you maintain your car, your home, your health, you maintain your mental strengths. Keep your morning shield strong. Keep your replacement thoughts sharp. Keep your victory list growing. These aren't tasks anymore. They're tools. They're your power source. They're your foundation. When old thoughts try to creep back in, and they will try, but you know what to do? Not because I told you, because you've practiced it, because you've proven it. This is your new reality. You built it. You earned it. You own it. Not because you're special, because you're strong. Not because you're lucky, because you're powerful. Not because you're different, because you chose to be. Stand up right now. Stand up because this isn't just the end of a speech. This is the beginning of your power. Everything we've talked about, it starts now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, take your hands. Make them into fists. Feel that strength. That's your power to grab better thoughts. That's your strength to hold on to what matters. That's your ability to shape your world. You're not leaving here with just words. You're leaving with weapons against every negative thought that tries to stop you. Look around this room. Every person here has the same power you do, the same ability, the same strength. But here's what makes you different. You're going to use it. Starting today, you're going to use every tool, every strategy, every technique we've talked. Remember what you're fighting for. You're not just fighting against negative thoughts. You're fighting for your dreams. You're fighting for your family. You're fighting for every goal you've ever pushed aside because that voice said you couldn't. That stops today. Your mind is yours now. Your thoughts are yours now. Your power is yours now, not because I said so. Because you decided. Because you chose. Because you're ready. When you leave here, negative thoughts will try to follow you. They'll try to whisper their old lies. They'll try to pull you back into old patterns. But now you know the truth. They only have the power you give them. And you don't give away your power anymore. Take out your phone right now. Set a reminder for tomorrow morning. Make it say, I choose my thoughts today. That's your first shield. That's your first weapon. That's your first victory. Promise yourself something right now. Promise that every morning you'll build your shield. Promise that every day you'll catch one negative thought and kill it. Promise that every night you'll celebrate one victory no matter how small. This isn't about being perfect. This isn't about never having another negative thought. This is about being powerful. This is about being in control. This is about being free. You have everything you need, every tool, every strategy, every technique. The power isn't in knowing, it's in doing, it's in acting, it's in choosing. Stand up one more time. Feel your strength. Feel your power. Feel your future. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your life. Walk out of here different than you walked in. Walk out of here stronger than you walked in. Walk out of here more powerful than you walked in. Not because of what I said, because of what you decided. Your new life starts now. Your new power starts now. Your new reality starts now. Take it. Use it. Own it. Now go build your future, one thought at a time.